Welcome back. How's it going? So does the, let's see. I see this yellow bar at the top. I've never seen that before. Is it okay? Making sure. Let me know if it's okay. Can you guys see me? I see 6 people are watching. Like, I can't tell who's watching, but it tells me 6 people, but I can't tell if that's from the previous stream or not. And I just want to make sure it looks okay. I've never seen this yellow bar at the top of my my chat screen. So say hello if you can see me and hear me. And I'm Sarah. I'm going to be doing a second stream today with the Thea, Rachelle, Raglan. Oh, now it's a green bar. Oh, interesting. So maybe you couldn't see me before. That's so funny. Maybe because I was uploading the other one. I don't know. Hello. All right, so we're doing the Thea Rachelle. I think this pattern's adorable. I love the way it's written, and Ellen does a really amazing job at illustrating the directions, and she gives really amazing tips as well on sewing. There's lots of different views and lots of versatility. It would be a really great beginning, intermediate sewer project, you know? I feel like you could really, especially if you're nervous about setting in sleeves. So if you're nervous about setting in sleeves, Raglans are always a really great place to start. And this has a facing around the neckline. And facings are always really, really important to learn and get really good at because they're really versatile. It has really cute, I love the pocket style she chose. It has a cutaway pocket, which I'll show you in a second because it's the first thing I'm going to do. And it's a really great opportunity to have some contrast fabric, and who doesn't love pockets? So let me know. Can you guys hear me and see me and everything? Because I can see the old chat and I can't tell if I'm gonna refresh it and make sure that, because I can see the old chat but I can't see anything new. So I want to make sure. Ah, there you go. It's a bit bright. Okay, cool. Yes, I couldn't see any bars though. Yeah, you can't see the bars. I could. There we go. I had to refresh, which it's like usually I have to tell people to refresh. So let me dim it a little bit. It is a little bit bright. But I'm doing a lot of black, so it may change a little bit. Let's see. This black fabric is really cool. You cannot see it, but it is embroidered all over it. I don't know, can you see that? The lights are so bright in my face right now, so I couldn't I can't really see on the screen, but it's got this little like vine and little leaves coming off of it everywhere. So it's got some interest, especially in person. It's really great garment fabric. So, all right, so I switched my machine over to black thread. Most of this is in a woven fabric, but the sleeves I'm going to do in knit, and then I'll switch to a different needle for that. Don't let me forget, because I really want to use a ballpoint needle on the parts of it. All right, so I chose to do a contrast pocket back. So this is the pocket opening. That's what it'll show, like that. But I'm going to line the behind the pocket with the black because I didn't really need to, you know. You saw it on Instagram? Really? Awesome. All right. I cannot tell the right and the wrong side of this fabric. It is so hard. So I decided I'd spend a lot of effort when I serged it, and then that way I could just look at the serging, and that way it won't be so hard to remember. So let's see. I hope I'm doing this in the same order, but I'm going to do my pockets first. All right, and also I cut my seam allowances down on the pocket opening and the neckline to 1/4 inch. That's just my preference. Ellen made an amazing comment on last week's video on why she chooses 5/8 of an inch, because she heard me say that. That sounds funny, huh? And she feels like it's a little bit more beginner friendly. My machine sounds funny. Oh, I see it. I see it. Come here, you. There we go. Because she feels like it gives people a little bit more to hold on to. And, oh, my Instagram share. Yeah, I furiously did all that in between streams. And I guess I can see that. That's actually a really good point. For me, I find it a little more easy to maneuver when it's smaller. So I don't know what that is. Okay, I'm going to clip my curve here. It's a little tricky because the embroidery makes me want to press harder with my scissors, and I'm really worried I'm going to go right through the seam. Thanks for coming back, you guys. I might go a little bit faster today just because I know it was really nice of you to come back. Yeah, these are 5/8, and 5/8 are fine, you know. So I just want to get it all the way done today. I guess I could turn it into 2 and do one after the stream next week. But I'm going to be honest with you guys, doing that stream next week, I'm cutting it really close because I have to leave and drive to Washington. And I'm doing that, I think I'm going on Monday. You'd think I would know. I do know, but I just can't. I have to look at a calendar. I think I'm leaving Monday, which means I actually have to have everything packed up and ready to go. My booth, my product, me. My husband's out of town until Friday night. This is always our gauntlet travel time of year. He always travels out of the country this time of year, and then he travels right when I get home too. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, 5/8 is great for fitting, though. I mean, it's nice when you have that option of, you know, like if something's too small, you have it. Or you want to do French seams. It's another really great reason. I almost did French seams on this. Okay, my washer and dryer are tainted with pets now. Like, you know, it's clean, and then there's more fur on it when it comes out now. It's so embarrassing. I just decided not to do the French seams mainly because of the knit. I'm not going to do French seams on a knit. That's too many needle holes on knit, in my opinion. You have the hazard of getting a run in your knitting, even with a ballpoint needle. But it's not entirely impossible. I've just never really experimented with doing French seams with knits, and it could be, you know, it could be fine. It just felt like a little bit like, I'm already breaking a rule. I'm hoping Ellen's not like, oh my gosh, someone's sewing this on live video and they're breaking the rules. But I found the bicep to be a little tight on me, and so what I did was I altered the pattern a little bit to accommodate my bicep, but also I wanted the raglan seam here to be on my body a little bit further, so I moved it a little bit. And that's not necessary. That was just me. That's where I like it. I have this thing about when I lift my arms up. It really needs to be flexible. Yeah, right, Nancy? That's a good point. It really would. All right, so I'm going to line this up, this pocket, on top of this other pocket. Just like this, raw edges to raw edges, or in this case, serged edges to serged edges. Just like that. Where's the pie? And then from the other side, I'll top stitch all the way through. Do the other side too. I'm really eager to see this on. I don't usually wear an outfit with just leggings underneath, you know. I know it's really popular. My daughter does it all the time, so I feel like I can't really do that. And it's really comfortable to do. It's funny, I've searched this piece as if this was the right side, but honestly, this is the side that shows on the inside of the garment, so I actually could have flipped the way I serged it if I really wanted it to be picky. I like the way my serger looks on one side better than the other. I don't know if that's true for you guys. But there is a right and wrong side to serging. So I'm just going to do this by feel. I can feel it. And I'm probably going to take kind of a bite. I'm going to go in a little bit because I really don't want to miss. I just want a nice smooth curve. I'm going to leave my pins in there. Making sure that I can get a nice smooth line and I'm not pulling any of this over here. I want it to be nice and flat. Here's my line right here. Ouch. Sorry, I bet my finger in front of the needle is a little distressing. Don't worry. Oh, thanks, Nancy. Oh, really? Oh, really, Christy? Could you take the yolk off of them and make your yolk deeper? That way you don't have to, that's like hardly anything to cut out and change. What do you think about that, Christy? Yeah, I thought they looked great on you too. That's a good question, Malin. I actually don't know that information off the top of my head. Like for a woven. Oh, great, Christy. Oh, good. I'm not sure off the top of my head what like recommended ease is for a bicep, depending on like how you want the garment to fit. That information is out in the world. I just don't know it off the top of my head. With knits, it's usually a negative ease. And I actually have a feeling that mine might be a little bit big now because I did increase it and then I cut it in a knit. I don't mind if the knit sleeves are a little loose, you know, like not snug and tight, you know. I am kind of like hoping that I don't look silly. I don't know, Nancy. I think I'm getting in too far into the cute zone with my clothes lately. You know, with the whole Valentine theme. I had the foxes on my booty. All right, there's my pockets. Doo-doo-doo. I'm going to sew up this little edge right here. Get rid of all my pins because they are poking me, gosh darn it. Not sure what you think. Well, what do you think about, so you're already done. Yeah, I mean, if you needed a lot, that would be hard to add it to just the center back yoke, you know, because you'd have to taper it to nothing here because your side seam didn't get longer on the front, right? So, is it gapping? Because for me, that's what was happening. It was gapping up at my waist because it was just not landing in the right spot. I know, Malin, huh? I have to admit, like, when I thought about the Valentine thing, I was really fixated on this fabric in particular. Like, everything I wanted this to work. I like the subtleness of the X, you know, XO thing. I'm going to do the top of my little edge here. Get rid of these. This is way nicer fabric than that muslin, though, was, right? That was pretty quirky. And I can't believe I've lost that. Like, how? Yeah, there's that, Christy. Wear them and call it good. You know, because maybe next time, you know, make notes or whatever. And maybe next time, because there's going to be a next time, right? All right, let's see. I'm going to put my back together. So my back has a pleat. And at first I was like, why is she sewing across the bottom of the pleat? And then I realized, oh, she's so smart. The reason she sews across the bottom is because the facing is stitched down. You don't have to do it, but it does kind of make your life a little easier. So let's see. I know I'm going to this point here. I know it looks crooked, but I'm going to there. It's not crooked. So this is a little back neck pleat. You could do a front neck pleat. You can do a double pleat. But when I saw she made herself like an impromptu party dress, and she put a back neck pleat on the back and nothing on the front, I thought it was really cute. All right, I'm going to open this out. And guess what? I'm actually going to iron something. Shocking, I know. Come on. Oh. It's not going to press open the way I'm trying to press it open because I've never sewn a pleat like this. Let's look at how she does it. Does she cut it? Sew across the pleat. Push the pleat away from the center. And pin. Wait a minute. Oh, this is the 2 pleat one. Okay. Maybe I just push it to the side. Oh, wait, this is the double. Okay. Here's a single, right? Oh, she doesn't stitch across the bottom. She only stitches across the bottom for the double. That's okay. Okay. I'm doing this the way she wants me to do it. I have to take this out. Yeah, the seam ripper's out again. Yeah, I don't know about that, Lisa. You guys are all about your drinking games. I don't drink very much anymore. I prefer my calories to be of the ice cream variety. Hi, Julia. How's it going? Here comes the ripper. Oh my gosh. Julia saved me. They're bullying me. They want to turn a drinking game into every time I pull out my seam ripper. Or my iron. Or say I don't like hand sewing. Basically, they want a drinking game. Just the idea. Oh, Ellen, hello. Look at you. Ellen designed this pattern, you guys. That's Odacier. Yay. Thanks for coming. Look at me. I'm already seam ripping. I was following the wrong pleat instructions. So glad I looked. All right, let's redo my back stitch right here. All right. Now I'm going to open out my pleat. And I'm going to iron. It's a shocking thing. I don't iron enough here. Ellen, do you and Julia know each other? Like, I could see you guys knowing each other and knowing each other in real life. You're both knitwear designers. I almost wore my sweater that I made of yours, Julia, today, but I get so hot. You love Ellen. That's awesome. Right? See? Ellen, I say that too. I've had people say, like, wow, the fact that you just use your seam ripper freely. I'm like, oh my gosh, don't take away my seam ripper. You've made 3? I'm going to check your feed for that. All right. I'm going to stitch this down. Is that what you have me do? Now I feel like I have to follow the directions because you're here watching me. I'm skimming, so, you know, be nice to me. I'm skimming because I'm like, you know, doing this on the fly here. Oh, I was on the right page. Okay. Center pleat. Press down the center. See, press first. So, press it open. Okay. What is this? This goes this way, right? Yeah, okay. Right? This is how I'm going to do it. And then when I do the your knitting buddies and drinking buddies, aw, you're in good company here. You're not here. What do you mean you're not here? Don't look at you. I get so self-conscious when everybody's looking at me. I was telling you guys, like, I went to this sewing club that just started here at my fabric store, and you had to go around the room and, you know, say your whole thing. And, like, I was the last one. You'd think by then I would have been like, no problem. But, whoo, man, I get so nervous. It's kind of sad to watch. Okay. A little wiggly. That's black and you can't see it, I bet. You guys sure you don't want me to brighten it up a little bit? Oh, I got the Elizabeth Shannon apron, and then I got one other one. I'm blanking on the other one I got. I don't have the Anne Carolyn, but I have the Elizabeth Shannon as well. Okay, so let's put the sleeves on. And I already did my pockets. I don't know if you want to see, Julia. I already did my pockets. I don't know if Ellen, you were here for that, but I did my pockets on the front there. And I'm doing knit sleeves. I'm actually going to do my side seam. That way I can just do a continuous sleeve seam. I think we talked about this. That's what I usually like. A little bit brighter. It looks good to you, but a little bit brighter. I'm going to do a little bit. Just a little bit, okay? Because it just looks like I'm sewing a big old blob. I'll show you what the auto exposure would do. Maybe I'll just do this. And then I'm going to do this. Okay. Is it really, Ellen? I know. It's really cool, huh? Is that a little bit better, Nancy, without blowing your eyeballs out? All right. There's like a 5-minute delay. Just so anyone new here knows that. There's like, not 5 minute, like 5-second delay. I don't put that delay on. It's just an inherent delay because of upload and stuff like that. And so sometimes if I don't see your comment right away, don't worry, I will. I just might be looking down, you know. And my name is Sarah, by the way. And if you're new here, make sure you create a YouTube channel so that you can chat with us, because we really love it when you guys chat. All right, I'm going to do this right sides together. Do my seam here. I pre-serged all my seams because I don't want to hop back and forth between the serger and this machine. I always keep the bulk of my garment up on the table so that it's not pulling on my needle. It's really dangerous and it's not good for your machine. So if you're struggling with that with a big garment, just try and get it up there. Okay. Oh, okay, good. You can. Okay, good. I'm glad you can see the pattern. It probably won't blow out your eyeballs too bad as long as I keep most of the black on the table. I'm going to get rid of these little thready threads because I'm here right now looking at them. I'm not going to see them ever again, probably. I'm not going to touch that side seam again, so I need to do it now, you know. So this is really quick to put together, really great beginning project, and I feel like all the things that you would sew on this project are really great foundation skills. It is, Julia. Naturally dyed yarn by Sincere Sheep, and then the Chickadee by Isolde. It is one of my favorite sweaters. Like I just really like the way it feels. Hi, Brooke. I didn't know you were here, Brookie. So a fun fact about Brooke, you guys, is in my phone, her name is not Brooke. It's Peach Pie. And there's a whole story for this reason. And I was going to change it back, but I kept forgetting. But we were driving up to Madrona one year in different cars, and we were trying to talk with each other. And so I was trying to do like my phone to call her by telling it to, you know, like out loud. And it could not hear the word Brooke. It couldn't. It was just too soft of a B. And oh my gosh, you guys, it just drives me crazy. And so I changed her name to Peach Pie. It was just the first thing that popped in my head. I was really frustrated. I think it was a little bit snowy or wet or something, so I was a little stressed. And so I just changed it to Peach Pie because my car could recognize the word peach pie for some reason. And I just haven't changed it. Oh, that's a good question, Christy. Ask the experts. Let's see, my first beginning sweaters. I used like, I think is it the Elizabeth Zimmerman book where it's like you can input your what kind of sleeve you want, what kind of opening you want, what gauge you want. I hope that's Elizabeth Zimmerman. I don't think it is, actually. And then, so I just made a really basic sweater. And then Kira K, I think hers was my very first one. It was her spoke cardigan. That was my very first one. It's really fast. It's cropped. There's no closure to deal with. It's a front opening. Oh, you can put eyes, hooks and eyes. That's how she does it. But mine doesn't have it. And it's a bigger yarn, so it goes really quick. I still have it. You're knitting a good one right now, Juliet. Did I just change my bobbin? Oh, I did. Don't you love it when you do it without thinking? Okay. Actually, I want to change my needle too. Sorry. There's going to be a little bit of back and forth today. I'm going to use a ballpoint needle. I'm going to be honest, I haven't actually never used a ballpoint needle on my industrial machine because I don't sew knits on it usually. Oh yeah, top down, Raglan. Pretty, oh, that's great. That's great. A chuck. I don't know what a chuck is. Ooh, this needle feels really short though. It's really, the needle length is really important on your machine. In fact, you just can't use any old length needle. Mostly you guys don't have to worry about it because you buy probably Schmetz or whatever, and that just works for almost all home machines unless the home machine said do not absolutely use those. But see mine, it has all these, I don't know if you can see these little numbers right here. But the one I'm concerned with is this bottom one. Mine is 16 by 257, and I think that that is the size of the needle. Like the size, not the size like 10, 12, 16, 18, that kind of thing. All right, so I'm going to do my underarm seam. I've never sewn with a ballpoint needle on here. I'm hoping this is the right needle. And the reason you do a ballpoint needle, why it's called that, is because a ballpoint needle isn't as pointy, for lack of a better term. It's a little bit rounded. You can't feel it. If you feel the tip, it feels sharp still. And theoretically, it's pushing the fibers aside and not piercing them, because when you're sewing a knit, it's just like in knitting. If you were to cut one strand of your knitting, that's when you get a run, right? It's the same with knit fabric. It's not the same with stretch wovens. Stretch wovens are not knits. They are wovens that have been woven with a stretchy fiber as one of the like warp and weft threads. I know I'm not a textile expert, you guys, at all. I just know that part. Writing furiously, taking notes, that's awesome. Okay, so this knit likes to roll. That is my not impressed emoji face. So my tip when you cut knits out is don't cut them out until right before you're going to sew them, because they will do this. They will roll like this. Because this has been overlocked, it's staying a little tamer, but typically it won't. It'll just get away from you. And you know, typically you would sew knits together. You wouldn't do this separate seam, separate edge thing like I'm doing here, but I don't want to bounce back and forth like I said. I'm loving the knitting talk. I keep telling knitters, come and just join us and hang out. It's fun. I'm not trying to convert you to being a sewist at all. No. Oh, here. Brooke will allow that in a second, Lisa. If she's still here. If she's not, I'll allow that. It won't let you, there you go. Yeah, she has to allow the link. I say that it's allowed, but I don't know why it doesn't register. All right, so I had to do 3/4 length sleeves because for some reason the amount of thread I bought was, or fabric I bought was not enough. I was shocked. And there, oh, thanks Kirby. Did you do that? The pattern specifies if you want contrast sleeves, contrast front and back, I think. And I didn't see it on the thing. I didn't have the pattern card with me. I just got that kind of off at the top there. I didn't have the pattern card with me, so I was looking on the Etsy site, and I just looked at the total amount. I didn't surf around. What? Am I really slow? Is it buffering or something? I have some allergies. I'm normal. Yay, I'm normal. Okay, I'm going to do the dart up here, which I marked. All right. I'm going to go where my pin goes in. That's where I like to mark. I say these things over and over just so people that are new here or maybe don't chat and don't want to ask how I know which pin to go to. I'm going to go right off the edge. I'm going to leave a tail. And I'm going to tie my dart. The reason I do this is back stitching at the tip of your dart can be a little bit dicey. Your machine will go like this, straight forward and back. It will not go back though. The angle a little bit. Still slow-mo, weird, huh? That's weird. Yeah, it's like a little shoulder shaping up here. And it also provides a more of a smooth transition. Knit is a little trickier to do a dart in because the machine's stretching out the fabric a little bit. So it's not, you know, like I'm already bending the rules here, you know? So forgive me. Oh shoot, I lost my pin. I can see where it was. And of course I don't have a pin. All right, I'm just gonna, I can hear the pin landing on the foot pedal. All right, I'm gonna get it under there and started. Where is it? Where is it? Okay. Let's check it out. Make sure I am. Okay, good. That's the one. That's the one. Oh, you do? That's funny. That's good. Yeah, it's a good tip. Ooh, fancy. I did not know you could do that. Satin ribbon. I don't think I have any satin ribbon. Yeah, my machine also has, why does it have a long thread there? It has the presser foot pressure really tight right now because I've been doing all my big bags with stiffener in them. Oh, I just backstitched. All right, look at that. That looks pretty good though. I'm not going to take it out because seam ripping there is a little bit dicey as well on knits. I'm going to take a chance. I keep getting a really long tail of thread. Oh, this was my start, wasn't it? This was when I first started. Okay, that makes sense then. All right, let's see. I'm gonna put this back to black. I'm trying to keep up with all you guys' talk. Oh, you use Crayola ultra washable markers a lot. That's awesome. I like that where's my black bobbin? Here it is. That Choco liner. That would work too. Yeah, Kate Davies is great. I think the Bang Out a Sweater last year could be a pretty good beginner one, but there is color work. But it would be a good beginner one. I think when you can get through the sweater and finish and having that sense of accomplishment, that's really important in continuing on doing your... Did I do the underarm seam on that? Oh, God. Yeah, I did. I'm a little distracted. 2 streams in one day. It's like, what am I doing? All right. So this is my front. And this is my back. And this is my front. I'm just going to keep the ballpoint needle in since I'm still working on the sleeve. So I'm just lining it up. I'm going to sew it with the, from the inside of the sleeve. I keep the sleeve right side out, and then I've got this on the inside of the garment. See that? Like that. Now, it was really funny when I cut this out. Look at my tip got cut off somewhere along the line. Ooh, oh, that's awesome, Brooke. Oh, you guys are going so quick. Wee owly. Oh, that's that Kate Davies one. I think I'm the only one that hasn't knit that. The knitting bug has been hitting me lately, but oh, this is 5/8 inch seams, isn't it? Oops. Shoot. I think I did my side seams at 1/2 inch, which means that the bust just got a 1/4 inch bigger on each side. I can handle that. All right, I'm going to open up my seams. But see, this is why sewing a raglan is a little easier than a set-in. It's a really great, unintimidating sleeve to sew because usually raglans match perfectly to the armhole or close. Did I say knitting was more intimidating? I didn't. What haven't you, Brooke? What haven't you done? Oh, you haven't done the owly. Oh, yeah. By fabric. Yeah. Right, Julia? I know. I've actually said that on stream before. Like, that's the great thing about... Oh, you guys. Oh, my gosh. I forgot to change my black thread. I am distracted. A lot of chat. Look, I have... Okay, so this is what I got going on here. I have cream on top, black on the bottom, but I've already cut the cream thread. Like, there's no cone of thread there. This is all I have left. I could make it, but I'm not going to take a chance. But it also means that I have to thread my cradle from back to front. Eek! Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's what's great about knitting. You can unknit it and it's just yarn. I'm going to resew this seam. I'm not going to take it out, but I'm going to resew it because I don't want the seam to pull open and see white thread. You probably won't because the sleeve is already cream anyway. Me too, Nancy. Well, oh, you just did another ear bag? That's awesome, Kirby. See, the thing with sewing is that you're controlling a machine plus you're trying to sew something together. So you're trying to, like, you know, put something together from the inside out, and you're trying to fit it sometimes too. So there is that. I got a little jiggity joggy on this seam, man. Jiggity joggy, and not on the good kind. So yeah, I think you need to be nice to yourself when you're learning to sew. It's a lot of things to manage. And with knitting, I mean, knitting has its own set of skills you're learning, but at the same time, it goes at a pace that you can keep up. You know, it's really great. And it really reiterates all the steps that you're using over and over. So you have a chance to get the hang of it. Sewing sometimes can be a little quick, and then you don't ever do that one skill again, maybe for, you know, a couple of years, and then you have to learn it all over again. That's why I think a lot of sewists, when they sew something successful, they make more than one. They stick to what they know. It shows you as an, oh, it does. It shows you as Ellen Mason now. That's funny. You're logged in. You have two different accounts. I have a little bit of that going on in my life, and it's kind of becoming a big pain. Ooh, look at that, though. That's pretty cute. Oh, I like that. I love baseball jerseys. That's why, of course, I went for this Raglan. I need a drink of water. Sorry, just a second. I have allergies. Right, Nancy? Oh, you did a knit and a woven linden. Ooh. Okay, where's my other sleeve? So I'm nervous about I'm going to tell you, I'm nervous about the facing part because I'm trying to decide what to do. I feel like I could go 2 roots, and I think they're equal. I could do a front knit facing because the front facing spans the sleeves as well. And then the back facing is only on the back, and I could keep that just to the woven. Or I could do a whole woven facing. If I do a knit facing, the thing about a facing is because it's stitched down to the body, it's not going to stretch right there unless over the sleeves I used a cover stitch or a zigzag stitch, right? So if I want that, but I don't personally think I need the sleeve to stretch at the full width of the facing, which is like 3 inches deep. So I'm just reading all your comments. Oh yeah, we're getting blasted with Rainbrook. Puppy potty training has come to a full stop again. He's like, nah, indoors is great. Everyone else goes to the bathroom indoors. The cats in their litter box, the humans. Molly just decides never to go to the bathroom at all. So, you know, there's that. That's my other dog. So so I cut out the front facing in both knit and a woven. And I think like the quick and dirty side of me, don't take that the wrong way, is that I would like to use the woven for both and just top stitch it down. I really don't feel like there's a need to use my cover stitch machine. I think it's overkill, and I don't really want the twin needle look. That's the other part of it. I'd have a twin needle look. Yeah, I could do a facing that's all knit as well. But you know, I am fixated on that X and O or the X fabric. That's what I wanted. I love that you call this a pajama style facing. Oh my gosh. I thought I just turned this right side out. Okay, let's look at it. All right. Oh, I like this. Oh, I love the way the pocket looks. What do you guys think? It's a little overblown. Oh my gosh, Brooke, are you serious? Yeah, well, he had Busy to motivate him, his sister. So here's my facings. So yeah, I love the idea of calling it a pajama style facing. Here's my pajama facing. I love these kinds of facings. I actually put them in other shirts too. The only reason to have it is it gives it more hanger appeal. But it's really funny when you think about it that they're giving a pajama hanger appeal because you're never going to hang up your pajamas in your closet, right? See, that's what it would look like. No one's going to see that, right? Yeah, I love a peek too. Brooke, I'm challenging you to a Valentine's Day outfit at Madrona. It's on. Oh, it's just a little overexposed, you guys. It looks so much better in person. We're kind of giving it a little shadow there. It's cute. I like it. Okay, so here's all my my facing mess here. Like the only thing I don't have is a front facing in this fabric here, which I could have done. But I kind of want the black because I don't want it to peek in the front. Hanger peels everything, right? I know, right? Why make jammies look so good? It's so weird. I always called that a hanger appeal facing or a dropped back facing. So I never heard it called a pajama facing, but I think that's adorable. All right, so I probably will use a cover stitch on my sleeve hems because I find that little bit of give that the cover stitch gives me Or you could do a zigzag hem as well. Zigzag's perfectly acceptable. I know people have a problem with using zigzag. They feel like it doesn't look like store-bought, but it doesn't have to look store-bought. And I'm telling you, no one's going to see, no one's going to really look at it unless you point it out to them. But that's our rule, right? We just, if someone says, hey, that's cute, you go, thanks, and you stop right there, right? You don't go, yeah, but I could have done this different. I could have done that different. No, you just say, thanks. Or you say, thanks, I made it. And then they're like, really? And you're like, yep. That's all, right? Okay, yeah, I'm going to do the black. Well, you don't have to make it, Brooke. You don't have to make something. You can wear red. Right? All right. So let's see. I have 5/8 of an inch seams on my shoulders here. Shoulders. But I have trimmed my neck to 1/4. My personal preference. Why is this so much wider? I triple checked this. That's crazy, but I do want it like this. Not that it's matte. It's really hard to see that the embroidery. Sorry. Yeah, it's a little wider. I wonder if I trimmed a little on this. Preach. Yeah, go ahead, Christy. Good job, Nancy. You are an example to the rest of us. No, my friends taught me that. They're like, every time we are like, oh, did you make that? And you say, yeah, but blah, blah, blah. They're like, you just need to stop doing that. Because we don't notice all those things. And I started realizing it. It's like when I'm talking to my daughter, I'm like, she's like, oh, I don't really want to, I don't want to do this, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, if your friends were doing that, would you even say anything or care? No. Okay, well, that's how they're thinking too. Oh, cool, Christy. So wait, do you cut like a strip? I've heard of heat and bond. Sorry, I don't know it. Okay, I'm turning down the brightness a little bit. This has got to be blowing out your eyeballs. It looks bright on my screen. Maybe I'll do this. Right? I could put it on auto exposure, but the auto exposure, it just constantly changes, and it's just a lot on the eyeballs. So you say this is the hem, you put it inside and then fold it over, press it, and then stitch it down like that? Or is it like, I've heard of this, sorry, I haven't looked at it. I don't usually look at those things because, I don't know, I just don't think about it. It's on a roll, and it's narrow, right? It used to be, I used to see this, I can't think of what it was called. It's called seam something. All right. All right, I'm gonna put this right sides together. I still have my ballpoint needle in. I don't know why I said that, but I'm just telling you. I still have my ballpoint needle in. And I'm getting confused with my front and back right now. Here we go. So my back lines up to the raglan seam, and then the front facing spans the sleeve and the front. Okay, so I am debating if I'm going to keep my seams open or I'm going to push them one way or another. I'm going to keep them open. Now the pattern is 5/8. Mine is 1/4. Oh shoot, I'm gonna do it from the inside like this. It'll be easier to sew if I do it from the inside of the circle. I'm always preaching that because I don't have a free arm on my machine. A lot of you guys probably have a free arm. I do not. Not on my industrial because it's a flat bed, meaning the bed of my machine is not above the table where I can put something around the bed. Or sometimes they have a small version, like you can make this wide or narrow for sleeves, called a free arm. I don't have that. My machine doesn't do that. It looks like the dart wants to go forward. It's not lining up great. There's my, this is definitely quick and dirty. Not my best sewing, but I'm kind of excited about it, I have to admit. I'm going to push my raglan seam actually towards the sleeve. I'm going to take that other one out. I'm going to push the raglan seam towards the sleeve. I don't know why I was just thinking to open it. It's my seam. It's my armhole. I don't want it open. Oh, I didn't know that, Christy, that some of them you can't sew through. Very interesting. So why would they have a hem tape you can't sew through? Did they just fuse your hem and then you don't have to sew it at all? Is that why? Yeah, that's true, Eliza. That's actually the thing that one I'm thinking of. Interesting. All right, I'm going to push my seams towards the sleeve. I kind of wish I would have done this with the facing side. Why is my facing so small? Did I not cut it right? Wait a minute. Am I lining it up in the wrong spot? What's going on here? I triple, quadruple checked it. Oh, maybe I didn't account for the dart. Oh, shoot. Okay. I accounted for the dart when I did one, and then I redid it, and then I forgot about the dart. So it's actually in my facing. Bad, Sarah, bad. So when I added a little bit of girth to my sleeve bicep, I also wanted to move my raglan seam a little bit towards this way on the body. And so when I did that, I moved it. And so I wanted to make sure my facing fit properly. So let's see what I'm going to do here. I may be cutting out a new facing. I may be doing some on-the-fly pattern work. But gosh, you know what? I taped the dart shut and everything. Oh, did you add a link in the chat, Christy, maybe? It says this is not the one. Don't want to nick my knit. There we go. I just wanted to get it. I just took it off right there. Actually, maybe I'll just leave that right there for now. Okay, so it goes across the back just fine. Didn't change anything there. I'm going to walk it around my neckline and see. I may have just been lining up in the wrong spot. No, this is definitely right. Let's see. Oh, shoot, yeah. I did something with my facing. Totally my fault. Not the pattern. Like, this was something I did because I know it matched. Remember, my muslin matched perfect. Drink. Oh no, that is not going to help. How about, you know, for every time I bring out my steam ripper, I eat a piece of black licorice or a bite of ice cream. Julie is jumping right on this bandwagon. I'm just going to take out this facing. I'm thinking. This is what I love about seam ripping. I mean, you know, I'm not a big fan. But it gives me the opportunity to think about what my next step is. Oh, okay, Christy. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. That's what comes with like IKEA curtains, right? And it's basically like a 1 inch wide or 3/4 or 1/2 inch wide strip of Wonder Under, basically double-sided fusible. And it's just the fusing. It's not even like attached to anything. It's so weird. I actually saved that from some curtains and I've never used it. But I kind of wanted to. Let's see if I can make this one work or not. Oh, my neckline's bigger? Wait a minute. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. I thought my facing was too big. I love black licorice. Night, Fiona. Thanks for coming. Ice cream with bourbon on top. Now Ellen's jumping in on this bandwagon. All right, let me go get my, yeah, I'm gonna get my pattern pieces, so I'll be right back. All right. Let's have some pattern time. Are you taking off the lint night? I know, it's really late where you guys are. Thanks for coming. Okay, so here's my facing. I'm going to disregard that. So this is what I like to do when I'm altering pattern. It's not how I would do it if I were drafting it, but this is it in mine. So here's my dart. I actually, see, I actually did do this. See, and I have removable tape. Okay, there's my dart. Or a bust. Yeah, you can, Nancy. That doesn't stop them in California. All right, so I have my see-through ruler. This is not the pencil I would ever use for this, but this is what I'm going to do. And this is how I'm going to overlap my seam allowance. I'm actually going to do it, I'm going to draw a 1 1/4 inch line. These pieces are so big, I don't want it to fall off my table. Okay. I should have drawn it before I taped it. I just love the taping part. So here's my 1 1/4, because this is both my seam allowances, and then I'm going to... Oh, okay, Christy. Yeah, it might not let you post the link. Sorry about that. Yeah, I might do that, Ellen, but you know what I'm worried about is that I may have it off, and then I'll have the scoop wrong, because I may have traced it wrong. That's what I'm worried about. All right, so I'm going to line this up at the seam line right here. See? And I line it up to that edge. I'll tape this together. I want it to stay as straight as possible. Okay, so now here is, this is what I do. Put it on the fold. Oh, so it looks like it's missing its, no, this should work then. This is your bedtime story time. I don't know, Nancy. I'm kind of stumped. So maybe this should work. So somewhere along the line, I either sewed it or I cut it out. Maybe when I cut it, it didn't get cut this way. Now let's check. There's lots of places things can go wrong. Okay, here's my facing. Works perfect. Something's wrong with this. This looked all okay. So let's, ooh, I barely caught that time. This is what's great about removable tape. It just comes right off. I even just sometimes just stick it on my little tape dispenser here, and I leave it and use it again and again, because I only want to buy one roll of that at a time. I don't really want a whole thing of it. I'm just going to look at this at my neckline, which looks okay. You know, I probably would benefit from a stay stitch around the neckline. Let's look at my sleeve. Now the sleeve looks like it's maybe stretching. I think it's relaxing. I think that's what's going on here. All right, I'm just throwing that all on the floor. I'm gonna stick with what I got, but I'm gonna put a, I think it's everything. I think because I didn't put a stay stitch in my neckline, and I think maybe the sleeve doesn't look like it's relaxing. So I could, so what's my problem again? This is too small, right? I don't think this dart's too small. It's pretty big. This is too small, right? I can't remember what my problem is now. Which way is it? Yeah, it's like I need 5/8 there. And I don't want to like force it because I want it to lay flat on my neckline, right? Oh my God, I have double removable? I didn't know that. What would you use double removable for? Oh, like for unwrapping a gift? Is it strong enough for that? Interesting, interesting. I don't know where, I didn't learn about removable tape in design school. I learned about it at one of the places I worked. And I've used it ever since. I love it. I have my tracing wheel out here. I don't know if you've seen one of these. I never see them for sale like this at the fabric store. It's really, really sharp. Because what you would do is, you know, say I wanted to draw this onto there, you know, like this edge, you know, like this isn't how I would use it. But basically, it leaves holes that I can use. Yeah, I know, that's what I was wondering too. I thought I corrected that as it gets a little bit, but it's not much. No, that's 5/8. All right. What I'm gonna do, where'd my facing go? Here it is. Oh. There it is. I want to make sure it's still gonna lay flat on my neckline. That's really important. Because you wouldn't want it to be smaller and pull up right here. I may have, Julia. But isn't my problem that, yeah, you're right. Okay, so it could be. Maybe I will just do a little bit bigger seam allowance. That's what I think I'll do. That would be the quick and dirty thing to do. That's the quick and dirty thing to do, and I'm going to do it. Because everybody's watching me. Oh, you can get this at Tandy leather. Oh, okay, good to know. What do they use them for in leather? Is it for piercing for like pre-sewing holes? Is that why? Because I just met a gal who's looking for something like that. And I didn't even think about my tracing wheel. All right, so what I need is about 5/8 of an inch at the shoulder. So this is going to get me really close. Because if I just do like a little bit up here, that's double, right? That's not very much, but I'm going to try. I don't want to overkill. Making holes. Okay. Well, Nancy, I figure, I mean, this is like the first time that's happened, right? So I think this is what happens to me in real life all the time. I don't need to hide it. I don't like that. Like I'll probably go back and remove that. Just personally, you know? Kind of gradually reclaiming a little bit. This is my back facing. It's still kind of barely attached there. My seam looks so wiggly, and it's because of the embroidery on the black. It's like making my making my needle wiggle. I'm really not that bad, I promise. It's the embroidery. And so now I can reclaim some of my seam allowance. Let's see how close we got. I can make my dart bigger, but I don't want to do that because I don't have cream thread on, and I don't really want to keep sewing right there because I'm a little worried about the knit. I'm going to put a, let's put a stay stitch in here. I'm going to make sure this is not pulling because I don't want it to get stretched out. This would have been a good idea for me to do right at the beginning before I'd handled it very much or handled the fabric. I used to always skip stay stitches, but they're just really great. They really make your life easier later on, and you know, you don't need pins as much. They just work really good. I might do it on the sleeve too. Yeah, I'm going to try it on the sleeve. I mean, if this wasn't knit, I would be doing it anyway. And I think I'm going to just follow the way it would normally be. So now I keep wanting to press the dart towards the back. But it won't reach the neckline. I think because it's rolling. All right. Let's do it from this side. Don't want it to stretch. I don't want to lose this. I'm clutching it in my hand because it's black and I keep not seeing it. Okay. So Brooke, I don't know if, is Brooke still here? I don't know if Brookie's still here. I have some news about the Persephone pants. I learned something today about them in the first stream. Something that explains a lot. Mostly that they are like what people are looking for fit-wise. That's what they like. And that there's no side seam on them. Horror of horrors, in my opinion. But that is what people want. So there's no pockets on those? Your Brooke, yeah, so Brooke, we did this whole fit thing on the Persephone. There's no side seam on those. So I think that is why it fits the way they do. So just so you guys know, I haven't admitted it until today that I'm not a big fan of the way those fit. I think the pants are really cute. I'm too curvy for them, and I know that. Like, they just would never work for me. I think they're really ideal for a silhouette that's straight. Right, Brooke? Yeah, and so when she was asking, she needed to make the waist 3 inches bigger. And I was like, wait, there's no side seam. That, like, gives you, that removes 4 places that you could, you know, because front and back, you know, on the side seams. And so I was like, okay, well, so that, I think, is what it is. But I thought there were pockets. She says, she assures me that, okay, I'm sorry, I'm dragging this out here. She assured me, I showed her the pattern piece. I'm like, is this what the pattern piece look like? Yep, that's what the pattern piece look like. Okay. Okay, that made it worse. All right, I'm gonna pin this right here. Where the heck has my cherry pie been going? Is it right in front of me? Where's my cherry pie? What the heck? Oh well. We all need cherry pie in our lives. Yes! Oh, there's a little coin pocket. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, I don't know why. I just like the fit of them. I can't get over the way it looks at the front rise juncture. It just looks, there's too many wrinkles there for me. Okay, I'm gonna fake this right here. I'm gonna put it like this just for a second, because I want to see if I can still make the there's no pockets. Oh, okay. All right, well, this explains so much about those pants. And then I was asking them, and they were saying that that is how people want them to fit. They like that look. Okay, look at that. This is gonna be fine. Oh, wait, is it gonna be fine? Yeah, I think that's gonna be fine. Okay, my knit is just relaxing. Yeah, what a good. There might be back pockets, Julia. So maybe doing the knit facing would be a better idea. What do you think, Ellen? I just like the black. I want the black on the front. I'm being picky and whiny. Okay. Where's my pie? I don't know. Did that, you know, the thing with my pie is that it's not very heavy. And so if I just bunk it the wrong way, it goes flying. So, all right. So I'm going to do narrower seam allowances right here. And they're not very lined right there, so I'm gonna misalign it at the neckline and then trim it. I don't actually know why that is either, because I know I lined that up too. I didn't plan on doing what I was doing, and I was doing it kind of quickly, so that's probably why. In general, I would really like to serge this all at one time. I like a nice continuous serge. Like, the fact that this isn't lining up is a little annoying. I'm not sure if I'm going to turn it under or not. I'm going to see how it goes with the knit. Yeah, right, Ellen? I know, maybe I should. The problem with the knit, Lisa, is that I'm not using a stretch stitch. So it could pop. And that's kind of what I was thinking, that if I put on the woven, it offers some stability there to where the shirt won't want to stretch right there. You know what I mean? So if I put knit here, it's going to want to stretch, and then that stitching can pop. Unless I use the cover stitch, which I didn't really want to do. I don't want 2 rows of stitching. Right? And so if I do the woven, it's like putting interfacing back there in a way, you know, but it's a facing, of course. And then it won't want to stretch there. It's an experiment, right? This is not how you should do this, this garment typically, but I feel like it's perfect for it. I love the way the sleeves fit closely, and it makes it so that the garment's not frumpy. You know what I mean? I think that's genius. Ellen's a genius. Ribbon in the seam. You mean like around the, not the neck. I'm not worried about the neck. I'm worried about the, where I top stitch the facing down on the body. Yeah, I guess I could do that. Narrow satin twill. I don't have any of that. That doesn't change. Then I'm just like back to this. Basically, if I'm making the knit not stretchy, I'm kind of back to using, I'm back to having a fixed facing anyway. Can you tell I just want to do it this way? I'm sorry. I'm being difficult. I know, I'm really sorry. Okay. I'm going to do a few pins. Where is my pie cushion? Okay, I'm going to actually turn this whole thing the other way because I want to sew on the facing side. That was throwing me off last time. All right. Because remember, I don't have the free arm, and I really want to sew from the inside of the circle here. I'm not going to pin too much, but I am going to check it out. I'm going to push my sleeves, my face seams towards the sleeves. I just like the way that looks better. I'll line up my centers. Yeah, exactly, Ellen. That's what I was worried about. It's kind of, that's what I was thinking. If I just really make it so that it's like, nope, I don't want you to stretch right here. Yeah, you can tell, Brooke, huh? I'm in experiment mode. I'm like, all right, you know, this may not be perfect. The thing is, you guys, the worst case scenario, I don't like it, and I take off the facing and I do something different. That's all. Like, there's other solutions, you know? Oh, I don't like magnetic pin cushions. I don't like my pins getting magnetized. It's kind of a... Because then they will grab my scissors sometimes. And then I'll accidentally not see it along the back of my blade, and then I'll cut it. And wah. Show Ellen my pie pin cushion. Oh, look, I gotta find it. Because is it right in front of my face? I don't know where it is. I just don't know where it went. Did I throw? Oh. Here it is. It's my wonky pie. I used to make these and sell them, cupcakes and pie. This was a second. You can tell. Look, it's not lined up. It's the last of its kind. My favorite one though was this blueberry. Blueberry was my favorite. And it was like this deep purple crust. I just love that one. I can't believe I don't have that one, to be honest. I don't know where that went, but I did have... Yeah, I had some, yeah, I don't know where it went. Okay, this is going to be fine. This is going to be fine. Here we go. It's happening. I'm going to start across the back, since we know the back is totally fine. And it gets my sewing legs under me, as I like to say. Kind of get some of it done. Yeah, right? Brooke, I could not see it. It was like right under my seat. What I need, instead of magnets, is a piece of Velcro for my pin cushion. Oh, this is sewing like really easy now. I think it was just the knit fighting me. It was like, look, lady, if you play with fire, come with marshmallows. I mean, I don't know what the saying is. I just made that up. So when I'm sewing these curves, though, I get it lined up, and then I make sure it's flat. I don't want to be stretching it out. The stay stitching helped. Okay, here's my other sleeve. All right. Definitely. All of this like not matching is not Ellen's pattern. That is totally all me. Because I was playing around with it. And the knit is doing something funny. So I want a nice smooth seam right here. No one's going to see that. I just want it nice and smooth because it's inside the garment. All right, now I'm going to clip the neck a little bit around these curves. Even the knit area because the woven underneath. Just making sure that that was my seam. This is my stay stitch right here. These are definitely one step above my muslin. Which I lost. Who loses a muslin? Like, I have no idea what I did with it. You guys still wet? Oh, the marshmallow face. What is that? What is that expression usually? If you're gonna play with fire, or is it just you're playing with fire? That's probably what it is, huh? But we're bringing marshmallows. So yeah, this doesn't line up because I added to I reclaimed some of the seam allowance from the back facing to the front facing. My sewing teacher isn't going to see this. Just you guys. And you guys aren't going to tell anybody that it looks like this on the inside because that's the so-so code, right? That I'm writing as we sit here. That's the code. No one's going to see it. We keep our sewing secrets amongst the clan. Ooh, this fabric is dark. Wish I could brighten it up right here. My sewing teacher would not be pleased with it, but hey. I'll just give her a piece of pie instead. Wait a minute. Somebody sent a travel party to attend and they needed your muslin for it. What? Like Fight Club was sewing. Exactly. Yeah. I do feel like this could be one of those garments because it's got the heart sleeves and the Valentine's theme that someone might be like, is that cute? Did you make that? And I'll have to wonder, are they saying that because it looks like I picked juvenile fabrics? Or are they like, oh, I know she makes things. All right. I kind of ruined the effect of the pajama facing by putting black top stitching thread on the back there. But no one's going to see that unless it's hanging in my closet, right? All right. So now we have our lovely facing. Get stitched down. And I want to stitch it from the inside here. I'm tempted to turn it the other way. Look at the pleat. Isn't that cute? Very cute. This is how it'll look at the back, though, like that. Classy. See, I stole your, the way you did that, Ellen. On your, like, you threw together a party outfit, you said. Like, you sewed it in one day. And you did, like, a back pleat in the back and then nothing in the front. I love that. So I totally stole that for this one. Thought it was really cute. I'm probably not going to turn under that edge because I don't really want this to get too much more fiddly since I'm having some lining up issues. I know, Brooke. I love pleats. I love pleats. So I'm kind of like pushing my garment, but I'm trying to keep it as flat as possible. I think most of sewing like gets better and better the more you handle fabric and you kind of figure out what it wants to do and what it's going to do back, you know, like where its limitations are. And I think figuring those out really helps with things like this step here, making sure it's all nice and flat. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to get to this and have like a big old pucker under there, you know? It will show on the outside. You want it to be nice and flat. You don't really want people to think about the facing. The top stitching is just going to look like a line of top stitching. Most people won't even know why it's there. You don't even have to top stitch it down if you didn't want to. You could stitch in the ditch at the Raglan sleeves. Yeah, right, Ellen? Exactly. It'll be flatter if I don't. I did fold it under on my muslin just because I actually like sewing things like that, so I wanted to do it. But if you did serge it, it does make it a little easy to turn under, but it would be a little bulky. And depending on the fabric you picked, the serging stitches could show through, or like a funny texture might show through, and that's not okay. This right here is a little bound up. I'm going to make sure. May not have clipped that deep enough right there. So let's make sure we get it nice and flat. Hence why having a black facing right there kind of gives me a a cheat, you know, because if it were the white could creep to the front, you know what I mean? And I don't really want to see it. So I'm just going to pin down there. Like that. I'm going to get to here. See, like that right there is not really okay, but it might just be my dart. Looks like it's just my dart. So I'm going to like take out a few and smooth it a little bit better going that direction across the sleeve. The sleeves are the thing I'm most concerned about. Oh, I just love jersey sleeves. That's what it looks like on the outside. It looks kind of sporty. Yeah, I could hand stitch it down, Ellen, but no. Exactly. How dare you? Okay. Let's see how that looks. That's not okay right there. I mean, I can't tell if that's poking out. Let's get this a little bit more. See that? I can get a little bit more. So I'm going to push this down right here. This for me is non-negotiable. So I'm telling this right here, like everything is from this point down. So that way I know I get that edge right there when I get there. I do avoid it like the plain. I know. Exactly. Good thing I have more tea. There you go. That's the kind of drinking game I can do. All right. Let's do this. I'm going to start at the shoulder seam right here. I'm going to take out my pins as I go so they don't keep poking me. On the curved parts, I have to kind of lift up my presser foot and kind of release the tension because it wants to make it ruffle a little bit. I'm pretty stubborn, it's true. Actually, I mean, I will do it. Like I did it on the portside dot bag. It was enjoyable. I survived. I do it on my sweaters, no problem. I have no problem doing it on like the finishing of my sweaters. So that's my dart point right there. But I did spend an awful lot of time on one of those dot bags trying to figure out a way to not have to hand sew it. That was just how do I say this? Like, that's a very engineered little bag. Like there's a lot going on in that little bag. It's a great little bag the way it is, and the sewing, the way it's designed, it doesn't lend itself to not hand sewing it, but it works that way really well. So if you wanted a non-hand sew version, better to just choose a different pattern or to alter the pattern instead of trying to fit a square peg into a round hole, you know. Sorry, it's so dark. I don't even know if you can really see what I'm doing. I survived. There you go. I know. I'm all making it sound like, hey, it wasn't bad. I survived. I was probably eating black licorice at the time. Ooh, I'm going to see Henry Clemis, and he's going to give me black licorice soon. Yay. He always has some good ones. I don't know, though. I called him a pumpkin the other day, didn't I, Brooke? Maybe he's mad. All right. I'm a little nervous about how the outside looks. I feel like I got to tuck. Let's get rid of my non-negotiable pins. It's okay. I think it needs to be gray thread. What do you think? Yeah, and it's a little pulling right here. Did really good right here. Looks really good here. I did call him a pumpkin. I said he turns into a pumpkin after a certain time. All right. What do you think of the black stitching? This, I have to fix this right here, though. I have some torquing right here. And we just say no to torquing on this stream. Right here. See that? Ah! That was my presser foot. That's what I was telling you guys about. I don't worry about sewing myself. It's the presser foot or the presser foot lifting up and hitting my finger into the screw. That's what happens. I don't ever sew myself. It's those two things are the things I worry about. And they happen and they hurt. It happened on my surgery the other day. Okay, this all looks okay to me. What do you think? Is this past the knit hybrid? I think it looks good. The dart is a little, yeah, you know. This looks really nice right here. He goes to bed early. I said I called him a pumpkin. Yeah. I didn't know he was in that chat. He does. They were talking about going to dinner really late. Okay, I'm going to take out this part right here. What do you think about the black thread, you guys? Think I should switch it to gray? I think it would look a little better in gray. No, not that he's shaped like one. No. No. He likes to go to bed early. I would never insult Henry. He's my black licorice supplier. He has it. We're talking about this father and son team, Clemis and Clemis, and they make wooden products for the knitting and spinning world. I do need to resew this side. I think. I'm a little worried about sewing it because the knit, you can't really resew knits very over and over. They're less forgiving than wovens. Yeah, you'd sew it in gray? I think so. Yeah, I know what you mean, Brooke. You're seeing it like, since you're close up, it looks more prominent. It's easy enough. As long as I have a gray that matches. Grays are, incidentally, if you don't have the right color thread, gray is a great like a chameleon thread. But there are a lot of threads a lot of different grays. Okay. I'm kind of like pushing it like this. I think I'm going to sew it from the top. I don't really want my feed dogs on it. Making sure. I think I can do that. Let me resew this little front section right here in the black, and then I'm going to pop out the gray. At least the black start-stop, it really blends in, and because of all the embroidery on this fabric, it just looks totally fine. There we go. You know, I could not stitch the sleeves. Right? I could just leave them loose. I think that's what if I just do that? I think that's the best solution. What do you guys think? It's such a short distance. The spacing's not going to flip to the outside. And if I want, I could stitch in the ditch right here, but there's no reason to because it's stitched down right there. I think that's a great solution. I'm gonna take this one out over here. And then do a little, oh, I need to do a back stitch right here. I don't want to forget. Yeah, that's what I think that's the best thing. Sometimes over sewing something is not a good idea. And this is in danger of being over sewn. You don't see knits with a lot of structure to them usually. But I would like to make like an Archer button up in knit fabric. Wouldn't that be fun? Yeah, I think this is a good solution. It kind of satisfies everything. And get rid of the thread. Put my back tacks on. And then I'm going to hem the bottom. And I'll have to do the sleeves off camera. Sorry, guys, because I'm going to use my cover stitch for that. And I have to convert the machine and all that hoo-ha. I'm just putting the back, because I took out the stitch right here. I need to back tack right here where it's going to stop now. Woo! Did I get on the sleeve? Oh my gosh. I don't want that on there. It was just like one extra stitch. There we go. There we go. Whew. Want it to look soft there. I really want to get labels. I need you guys to help me come up with the labels. I love Bowden. Yeah, give it a whirl. I can see. Yeah, exactly. I can sew it later. Exactly. Yeah, I think an Archer and knit. Ooh, the kilo wrap dress is really cute. Wraps don't work very well on me. And knit in a knit with sleeves. Cute. That'll be cute. Yeah, I think the Archer button up as a knit is a great, would be so comfortable, you know? All right, so I'm gonna sew my hem and I'm done. And because of the serging, I only need to fold it up once, which makes it so much easier to do a shirt tail hem. I saw that my friend Rhonda said she was ordering these patterns from you, Ellen. That was so awesome. She is an amazing sewist. Are you guys going? Okay. Yes, I loved your B label. Okay, bye, Kirby. Oh, that's right. TNNA's in Portland. Nice. Awesome, awesome. That's awesome, you guys. Have fun, Kirby. Give him a squeeze for me. Yeah, my friend Rhonda, she's an amazing sewist. She worked at a fabric store that I worked at, but not at the same time. But that's how I met her. Because people were like, you need to meet Rhonda. And we've become really good friends. She's like the first friend I had living in that area. And she made my wedding dress. She's a better sewer than me. And I say that in all seriousness. She's really good. But she is now. She's a oh my gosh, I'm totally forgetting her field. She's a science gal. But now she is this really well-known bread baker in the area because she does heirloom seeds and heirloom grains, and she's really about like working with farmers to grow grains so they don't go kind of, you know, extinct basically, and growing grains that work in that region because they live in a wet region. She grinds, she mills it, all of it. Oh, I ran out of bobbin. I knew it sounded funny. Of course I ran out of bobbin. That's all I have left. But I'm really glad. Like, she and I have really similar body types, so we're always like sharing patterns with each other. Oops. I always like to sew on something. When I change my bobbin, my machine's kind of messy with the first stitch because it sucks all the bobbin thread. Yeah, right, Nancy? She really is. Yeah, that would be awesome, Ellen. I miss her so much. She's so busy, you know. She's really doing all this cutting edge stuff, and she talks a lot about like she's not a big fan of gluten-free unless someone is allergic, you know, because and I don't know all the science behind this at all, but it is really fascinating, all the science behind what your gut needs and stuff like that, you know. So she's really smart, super nice, the kindest person, so thoughtful, really good listener, remembers everything. Oh, you did? Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, she is one busy lady. Like, she started her bread thing when I left that area, and it's just exploded. Woo, this is really cute. Okay, let me show you guys. Oh, it's this way. Yeah. And it's like, like almost to my knees. I'm excited. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, definitely having a gluten allergy is very real and very serious, and you know, don't want to mess around with that. But eating processed food to replace it isn't a good idea. So, you know, so she kind of does a lot of education. I could, you know, I serged my other sleeve. I can cut it off. I could do a rolled edge, except for the fact that I have this. That doesn't look so great. You know? That is kind of a cute little look. Thanks, you guys. It's so funny when there's like a delay, you know? Like all of a sudden I'm like, oh, you guys are saying nice things. But that's pretty cute. I think it's really cute. I love this. I really love this. I'm really excited. And you know what's great about a dress? It's one whole outfit. You know? I love that. And it's so comfortable. I feel like this would be a really great top to make for pajamas. You know what I mean? Just because it would be so, or just to like be around the house in. And I want more pullovers in my life anyway. So, my back with the pleat. Yeah. I got a little part right there. Maybe I should fix that. Looks like I didn't sew far enough down. I'm going to fix that right now while I have the black thread on. Let's see if I can. I can fix that, right? Yeah, right, Ellen? I love that too. Top stitch the hem. I already hemmed it. Do you mean like fold it again? I could fold it again and stitch it. But I don't, what I don't like about hems is when they kind of flare out like this. Like fold up on themselves. I don't want them to do that. Yeah, right, Ellen? It's like quilting. I know. It's like once you wash it, it's like, okay, now that garment knows, oh, we're all supposed to hang out together. It's like soup, you know, when you're like making soup, you know, all the flavors blend when they've all been hanging out in their little pot together for a while. See, this side looks okay. It's a little pulled apart on both sides. I'm going to back it up a little bit here and then fix this pleat here. I'm kind of tempted, you know, like one of the things I could do is blend my top stitch seam with this seam here. But then it would be up high on my back facing inside. You know. Oh yeah, I hemmed it really quick, Julia. That's probably why. It went really quick. It was already serged and overlocked, which made it really easy because I could just turn it up a little bit and edge stitch it. Not edge stitch it, but just stitch it down. I find that to be the easiest with shirt tail hems, but it's not my preferred, like on an archer, like a button up. I would totally roll hem it. That's way more finished. On a dress, when it's a longer hem, I really want that hem to lay as flat as possible. I wanted to on the Archer as well, but I feel like I have a little bit more control there. A cream bobbin would be a nice touch, however, it's not a foolproof way to get the black knot to show. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to just pin this. Do my non-negotiable pinning again. I think I'm gonna have to turn it. Soup. Yes. It's like, yeah, like when all your stuff is washed, then it's like, oh, okay. It's like making soup. I kind of want to just leave it like that, you know? I don't want to leave the back facing loose too, but I kind of do in a way, because look, it makes my pleat just fall really nicely. I really could though. Why not? We're experimenting. Why not? Okay. Ah, see, there's my back, my messy back stitches. My soup of a dress. See, that looks better. See? The pleat just hangs nice. You can't even tell that I stopped stitching the facing. Oh, can you even see that? Sorry. This is non-negotiable, exactly. All right. So there's my sleeve. Oh, we could put our sleeve in our pocket. I did 3/4 sleeves. Can you see all that? There's my pocket, my sleeve. Well, yeah, don't you think, Ellen? I think that's the way to go. I can always add it back. You know? Just see. Well, that was awesome. Such a quick sew. Like, I just need to do the sleeve hems. Such a quick sew, and I messed around a lot with everything. I pre-serged the seams, so that did make it go a little bit faster. This is a dress. Yeah, it's a dress, Nancy. Like, I'd wear leggings or tights under it. It goes to my knees. It's pretty long. I think it goes to my knees. I measured it on my muslin. Thank goodness I tried on that muslin, because who knows where the heck it went. Good thing I tried it on when I had it. I'm still like looking for it. It's with the pie. I'm pretty sure it's with the cherry pie. I know. Well, Nancy, it does come in lots of top lengths. You know, there's the crop. I love this one right here. I love the little cap sleeve. And then this is the view I made, and I made the longest length. Yeah. And then there's yardage for all of it. And right down here is where you get your yardage for contrast. This is so cute. Thanks, Ellen. Thanks for making such a cute, you feel clueless right now. Well, it does look like a top. I mean, it's like one, it has a shirt tail hem, so I can see how you would think that was a top. So thank you, Brooke. I may have just called you Kirby. I see the blue, and I think your names are blue. Well, that was fun. I'm really glad I did this. I'm going to try it on, and I'll show you a picture. And you know what, you guys? The Sew Over 50 Instagram account is doing a challenge right now to make an item, a garment, a wearable garment by a company that features a model over 50 on their cover of their pattern or as one of their main models. And I was like, Odacier, for sure. You're welcome, Ellen. Yeah, you might be a little petite for the smallest size, Nancy. It's true. I think the smallest size, it's in a cross shoulder. The extra small is 15 inches across the shoulder. The bust is really loose. It's supposed to be. But the sleeve is very fitted. When you see it on me, you'll see. So it's supposed to be really loose here, but then it's really fitted, so it looks really flattering. So yeah, I was like, Odacier fits this perfectly. She uses herself as the model. And I love what you said, Ellen. You're like, oh, I just brush my teeth and smile for the camera. I think that is so genius. That's so awesome. It's so true, right? And as soon as I model it, I can say, this is my sew over 50, or what is it? It's called sew 50 visible is the hashtag for patterns that feature a model over 50 on the pattern cover, or as represented in the garments and stuff. And Odacier fits perfect. So it does. It works a lot of ways. Exactly. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, have a fantastic rest of your weekend. So all the things. I will see you next Saturday for the last installment of the Mountain View poll on jeans. Everybody's finished them but me, and I can't wait to wear mine. And now I have fox pockets, so that's great. And maybe I'll make another one of these before my trip. You know, I have a friend that I think she would really love this silhouette. I'm going to show it to her. So I think she'd be great. She would love to sew this, and she would be her next thing she'd sew a ton of. So, all right, guys. Thank you for coming for the second stream. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I know that hashtag's really cool. Yell out for little ladies. Are you calling us all little ladies? I'm 47. Yeah. I'm 47. I'm not 50, but I love that hashtag, and I love the sew over 50 account. I love the things that those women talk about in there. They crack me up sometimes. They're so honest, and they're so over looking a certain way or being a certain way. They are so comfortable in their own skin, and I really love that. Ah, Rachelle. Oh, you're welcome. I hope it works out. Yeah, I can't wait to try it on. I hope I got the fit right. I wish I could have found that muslin. I don't know what. I clean my office every couple days, and then it just devolves. Like, I'm so, like, you should see the stack of stuff I've sewn, though. I've been productive. Yep, exactly, Nancy. Yes, yes. Love it. Yeah, I know. It's such a great hashtag. I was telling the people at that sewing club, check it out. Sew over 50. So visible. And if you guys haven't seen the sew my size hashtag, totally different thing. I love that. Finding your sizing twin on there is really great, because you can find someone. It's all about inclusivity of curvy, and that the average is not what the average has been before. The average is different now, and that they really want to call attention to the fact that pattern companies should be basing the patterns off the current average. Use stacks of yarn every day. Nice, Brooke! We're going to get to that show. And that has been really great, because people are really boldly posting their size, and you can find the person that closely resembles your size, height, and measurements, and then find what they sew and see what they like and connect with them. And I really like that. You don't have to do that, but I've been definitely looking for my twin. I found a couple people, which is really cool. I do it on Ravelry. I love seeing different body types in the things they knit, and then I can go, oh, that works really well on her body, and that I have a really similar shape, you know. That's what we're looking for, right? Like, how long have we wanted them in catalog to post what size the model's wearing? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what size they're wearing, because I guarantee you they're still clothespinning it in the back. I've been to those photo shoots, many of them. I've seen the crazy stuff we do. So that's right, Brooke. We are. I know. I just told myself the other day, you know what? You are not sewing past this show. I just told myself this is it. This week's it. And that made me really motivated. So I will not add a second stream Saturday. Will not add a second stream on Saturday. Okay, guys. Bye. Thanks for coming. I'm Sarah. Find me on Instagram. And I finally set up my website domain, soso.live. And then it'll go to the Chicken Boots site, which hopefully will shift over to all this. Exactly, Lisa. Yeah, that's how we are right now, Michelle. Me and Brooke are like, okay, are we going to get this done? You know? So it's just that. And she has two shows. She has Madrona and Stitches West. You come home from Madrona, you get home for one day, you get all your clothes packed up, put all your product, the rest of the product you left behind if you left any behind, and then you drive again. So it is kind of a nutty time of year. Thanks for coming, guys. Take care. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you really soon. Bye.